Hey fellow agents, this is Agent Smith and we are playing Gabriel Knight, The Sins of the Father. This will be episode number 7, I believe. And in the previous one we basically took to going into Jackson Square real quick, so I forgot to do something there. We met the guy in Jackson Square here and got our painting and started messing with the sword and cello. Got a little snake scale. And I forgot to return this veil to her. We've also got the information on where to find Kavano, the lady who was at the Dixieland drugstore a few episodes back. So let me get this back to her and see if she'll give me a fortune for it. Not money, but I mean like her tell me my fortune, should I say. We'll see how that goes.
I think this veil belongs to you.
Oh, my veil! I'm always losing those things. You have no idea. Well, darling, you're such a sweetie to return a lady's delicates, and so handsome as well.
Well, thank you.
Since you have such a clear interest in fortune-telling, let me see your hands. They look so strong. Perhaps they will make both our fortunes clear, no?
I wish something would.
Strong, yes, and
money. That's all he's worried about.
Delicate and flexible.
Every time.
You don't know the half of it.
Oh, good. I see a mysterious woman in your immediate future.
Madam
Her?
Lorelei winks at Gabriel knowingly.
She is a dangerous one, dark and beautiful.
No, it wouldn't be you.
I see the road of your life forking, and very soon.
Uh-oh.
The blood drains from Madam Lorelei's face in an instant. Sweat beads on her
Oh,
upper
she actually
lip.
got a lighter skin.
Are you okay?
There are forces. Oh, God. Beware. Beware.
Okay.
What is it about me lately?
Fucking weird. That's no joke actually. All the dreams and stuff we've been having. Let's see if we can follow her whichever way she went. She might have went to the church this way.
At least the cherub is an aesthetic way of asking for donations.
I suppose so.
Gabriel might need the goodwill, but he can't afford to
Oh,
make
yeah.
a donation right now. Curtain confessionals are a subtle, old-fashioned presence on the left of the nave.
Okay.
Someone is in that confessional. Gabriel will have to wait.
Let's try the other one then. I didn't know there was somebody in the other one. Oh, here we go.
A meshed window provides access to the confessional from the priest's booth.
Knothole.
There's
What?
a knothole about the size of a quarter in the wood paneling on that wall.
What? Let's go ahead and use this. Do his confessions.
May I help you, my child?
I'd like to make a confession.
All right, if it'll make you feel better.
Why was that so sarcastic?
I've had a lot of women, Father.
A lot? More than 10?
Yes, Father.
More than 20?
Yes, Father.
More than 40?
Yes, Father.
Son, I don't think this is a matter for a priest. I think you need a good therapist.
If we're counting therapists, then I'm up to at least, let's see, count the one, and this might take a while.
My son, I'm afraid my lunch break is coming on about now. Pray for forgiveness and say 20 rosaries. On second thought, when you finish the math, say that many rosaries.
Gabriel hears him leave the confessional.
I should probably add one more rosary for that while I'm at it.
Yeah,
I've
no
been a
joke.
bad boy.
A meshed window.
Oh, but there's no one in there now. Let's see if we can go in there. How do I get back out? Exit. There we go.
I've always wondered how the other half lives.
The priest's side of the confessional is made of well-oiled wood. There's also a box under the shelf on this side.
What's in the box? What's in the box?
Inside the box, Gabriel finds a priest's collar and some oil used for blessing.
Oh, we're taking all of this.
That oil is for holy purposes, not the sort of thing Gabriel would want to use it for.
I don't know what you're talking about. We'll take this, though.
You never know when a priest's collar will come in handy.
Yeah, and with that black shirt I got, I'll be big pimpin'. Priest style, wherever I need to be. Alright, let's go to the university somewhere up here. Yeah, there we go. Check out this this background on Voodoo, this little meeting.
Like the
yeah.
lecture is just starting.
Perfect.
Voodoo is the tribal religion of Africa, but the name Voodoo is actually a banner heading, under which resides an entire body of distinct tribal belief systems. The word Voodoo may sound familiar to you. What is known in the States as Voodoo is actually an amalgamation of African religious systems, Voodoo, and European religions, primarily Catholicism. All of these subcults of African Voodoo have certain things in common. The most important is the worship of a pantheon of spirits, instead of the single deity that the Christian and Muslim systems have. Some of these spirits are elementals. Some relate to specific tasks or places. Some represent important tribal leaders who have died. This spirit worship is what makes Voodoo so easily adaptable. With all these spirits, it's no problem to add a few more. Say, for example, the Virgin Mary. At the height of tribal Africa, warfare was common. One tribe would conquer another, and the Loa, important in the conqueror's tribal system, would be adopted readily into the conquered tribe's Loa pantheon. In this way, many of the Voodoo cults spread and mingled throughout tribal Africa, enriching the belief system and causing innumerable offshoots. The basis for the Voodoo religion seems to be as old as man himself.
Right.
It has much in common with many early pagan practices. Animal totems, sympathetic magic, elemental spirits in the trees, the heavens, the bodies of the sick. Africa is believed by many to be the cradle of the human race. Some of the Voodoo Loa may be as old as the Garden of Eden itself. We still can't explain some of the real power of these primal religions. And note, I said primal, not primitive. There are African Bokors who baffle our scientists with their supernatural powers. Now, let's discuss the elements of Voodoo.
Fascinating guy.
In Voodoo, the spirits are called
I find it interesting.
Loa. During
I apologize to you guys if you're tired from this.
celebrants are possessed by the Loa.
This shit's
This
interesting.
is called being ridden. The human worshipper is seen as a horse, and the Loa as the divine horseman. A person being ridden by a Loa takes on the characteristics of that spirit and becomes, in effect, merely a vessel for the more powerful entity.
Okay.
Some of the older original Africa Loa include Dambala, the great serpent god,
Yep.
Azuli, the mistress of love, Papa Nebo, or Gede, the lord of death, Awe, the
Getty,
spirit of
like
war,
the last name?
Legba, spirit of the crossroads,
I've heard that one.
and the cruelest and most dangerous, Ogun Badagri, the lord of destruction.
I gotta get more sleep at night.
Tribe-specific Loa can have as much or more power as the more widely worshipped.
How's he not? He's trying to write a book. You'd
For
think he'd be
instance,
more
a
interested in
particular
something he's
tribe
trying to write about.
revere highly the Loa of an ancestor who was a legendary hunter or politician. Voodoo temples are called hound forts. Their priests, houngan or bokors, their priestesses, Mama Loa. In
Mama
a Voodoo
Loa.
hound fort, there's a ritual circle marked by a center pole called a poto meton. During ritual conclaves, initiates dance under the supervision of a bokor and a Mama Loa, or head priestess. The use of totems or animal masks and markings was not uncommon in the original African ceremonies. Now, though, all but the oldest sects have abandoned this practice. Ritual objects used during the conclaves included the ritual gourd, or asan, the ritual knife, or kubasa.
That knife gives me the chills.
The ritual whip.
Yeah, it's like the one in his dream.
And the ritual coffin, or seke madule. These items are often optional, called for by the Mama Loa for specific magical rituals. The Mama Loa is the most powerful figure in any Voodoo sect. Voodoo is a truly matriarchal system. Even the Bokor knows his power is limited. The Mama Loa is the supreme woman. She comes out of her house at night, sees many things, and tries to get butterflies. And at night again, she sees things, including fireflies.
Oh. That's him passing out over time. I was like, why is it mumbling out? Oh, shit.
Gabriel? What? Can't see.
Gabriel, get in.
Can't. It's too small for me.
You must get in, Gabriel.
It's not mine. Too small.
Hide, Gabriel, hide.
What the hell?
No! Let me out! Help!
Young man, the lecture is over.
Oh my god.
Guy looks younger than me, but whatever.
Sorry.
Well, at least we can talk to him. That was interesting. And that sequence was interesting, too. Alright. Let's talk to this guy. Advanced Voodoo Studies.
Student?
That's my achievement I just got.
My name is Knight. Gabriel Knight.
Well, you've already interrupted and slept through my lecture, Mr. Knight. I hope you have something worthwhile to do here. If you figure it out, let me know.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know what Capli Sanko means?
Capri Sanko? Yes, I do. It's a Haitian term, I believe.
About
It's
time.
French and literally translates as goat without horns.
As in a female goat?
No, as in a human sacrifice. Sacrifices in Voodoo are usually of the animal variety. Chickens,
shit.
bulls, goats. If the gods demand a goat without horns, it means a human being.
Huh.
What can you tell me about St. John's Eve?
I'm gonna hit these
It's
small
June
subject deals that I
23rd,
never
the
get.
Feast day of St. John the Baptist. But June 23rd has been a sacred day since the earliest times. Ancient sun worshippers used to roll a flaming wheel down a hill to celebrate the sun's descent on that day.
A burning wheel. Huh. Do you know anything about animal masks?
As I said in my lecture, which I assume you actually listened to,
Yeah, I
is
missed that.
Animal masks, totems, are used extensively in most African Voodoo religions.
My bad, jeez.
Tell me about Ogun Badagri.
Ogun Badagri is one of the Patroloa. The Patroloa are much more violent than the Radaloa. Some people believe the Patroloa originated in Haiti, but I have found some evidence that the Patroloa were African as well, though worshipped only by a small Voodoo tribe, and a very bloody one.
Tell me more about human sacrifice.
It's very rare. Most Voodoo practices do not include human sacrifice as a matter of record, but it is theoretically possible, if that's what the gods demand. For example, one of the chants I had translated for me from a Haitian ritual went like this. Mistress Ezuli, come and aid us. If a cock is demanded, we will give it. If a bull will suffice, behold it. But if a goat without horns is required for sacrifice, oh, where will we find one? Ezuli is the gentlest of Loa, so they call on her for mercy. But I have seen grown and powerful Houngan tremble before a possession by one of the more violent Loa, such as Papa Nebo. Clearly, they are afraid that something of the sort will be ordered, or that Loa will simply take it for themselves.
Yeah. They want their own people to go.
you know anything about Marie Laveau?
While I find the colloquial bastardizations of Voodoo somewhat interesting, from a sheerly intellectual point of view, there's not a lot of relation between people like Laveau and true Voodoo practices.
Oh, you know what? Let me check
Mind
that.
if I pick your brain?
A little
Not
bit
if
more.
it will get you out of my lecture hall.
I got that picture. It's a Vev.
Do you
Or
know anything
Veal.
about Veves?
Veves.
If you've taken notes during my lecture, you wouldn't have to ask.
Dang. Okay. What about snakes?
Do you know anything about snakes?
I'm not a zoologist, Mr. Knight, but I know all I care to about reptiles.
Okay. Let's see if he wants to take a look at ours. Reconstructor Veve.
Can you tell me anything about this?
Wow. Interesting. Very interesting. Mind if I copy this?
Be my guest.
Great. I'll be right back.
He done stolen. No.
Here you go. You know, this is a fascinating Veve. You must tell me all about its origin.
Actually, I was hoping you'd tell me. Can you figure out anything about it from the symbols?
Well, some.
Right?
That's why I wanted a copy. I want to research the design myself.
Oh, okay.
Have you heard of the Voodoo murders?
No, you're kidding. Really? Then the Voodoo is authentic. The newspapers are wrong. Boy, are they wrong.
You think this Veve is authentic?
Could be.
Authentic? Mr. Knight, that's like asking if the Mona Lisa is a painting. Tell you what, I'll look into these symbols myself and see what I can learn about the sect that made this. I'll
Okay.
give you a call when I have more information. You are associated with the police, aren't you?
Absolutely. But I'm undercover. You can contact me at St. George's Bookshop in the corner.
All right. I'd like to get started on this, if you don't mind.
Well, I had another question for you. Would you like to see some pictures of the murders? Since you're so interested in this.
Is there anything you can tell me about the voodoo aspects of this photograph?
Sweet Jesus, man.
This is a serious voodoo ritual. Nasty stuff.
In what way?
Let's see. I can't make out much detail from this photograph, except for the corpse, of course. But the
Of course,
wound,
of
the face, and what little I can see of the ritual paraphernalia, it reminds me of certain black voodoo practices.
Why it's gotta be racial?
I've never
Oh,
witnessed them
you meant
myself,
dark.
you understand.
Really? Interesting. Thanks.
Alright, I don't know if I have anything else of interest I have from voodoo stuff, and he didn't know anything about snakes, he said, so. Quick combine of my shirt and collar. Boom, I got a priest outfit. What? Priest outfit. Oh, I know, yeah. Does he know anything about the voodoo code?
Can you tell me anything about this?
No. I've
Damn.
never seen those symbols. Therefore, they're probably meaningless.
Really?
Just
Are you
because
sure?
you haven't seen
I'm
them?
never wrong, Mr. Knight. Therefore, sure is not in my vocabulary.
That guy's a bit of a douche. Alright.
I'll see you later.
Goodbye.
Yeah, get on out of here. Okay, well. We should probably get back into the French Quarter. I think I'm going to head over to the Voodoo shop and see if I can get some more information with this guy. Maybe talk to,
Hi.
maybe get some more details from him about this stuff since he didn't want to talk about it before. But I think I'm going to do that on the next one. I hope that you guys have been enjoying these, and if you are, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Hit that notification bell if you want to know when I'm doing stuff, and look out for the Christmas stuff that I'll be doing this year. Probably each year at this point. But anyway, yeah, and if you have any suggestions or requests for any of the Sierra games that have been put out there, Let me know in the comments below. I'll put it in the list. I'm trying to do a Sierra run this year, and it's gonna be rough to get through. Hopefully I'll make it. I'm sure I'll make it through all of them, but it may take a while. So there's a lot, and I just recently found one I had forgotten about that I'm actually going to do soon. Once I finish this series, it's a nice one-shot that I freaking love. It's a little known game from them, so it'll be a nice surprise when I get done with all 3 of these. So anyhow, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a great day. Hey fellow agents, don't forget to like and subscribe by clicking the button in the center of the screen. You can also find the last video by clicking the button to the left, and you can take a look at some of the other stuff I've done by clicking the button to the right. Hope you enjoyed the video, and have a good day.